guys, Melissa here. Welcome back to my channel. And She-Jo did a video that she tagged for people to do, and it was your no scents. So things that you see and you're like, it's a no. So I've done mine slightly differently. I have certain scent notes that usually if I see these scent notes in blends, I'm like, no. And then some of them, it just depends. So the first one is artificial rose. I absolutely do not like artificial rose. Scentsy Simply Rose ruined me. Like, I thought I was like, you know, dying from it. It was so strong and it was way too much, and I haven't ever liked it ever since. I will say that CQ Handcrafted Wax Melts, Anya duped one for me, and it was a UK scent that I had sent to her because my friend Lee sent it to me, and it was so intoxicating. And Anya duped it, and it is artificial rose, and it's rhubarb, and it's strawberry, and she did it so magnificently. It's gorgeous. It's truly intoxicating, and I actually forget that there's rose in it. The way that she's blended that, it's magical. So that's the one artificial rose scent where I'm like, oh. And then Scentsy has one that I don't mind, Bloomin' Beach. It's the artificial rose, but it also has like something else in it, like plumeria or something. And that mix, I actually can tolerate and don't mind. Fig. I don't like fig. I got a fig perfume from KLE in my Ipsy bag. No, I can't do it. Midnight Fig from Scentsy, hard no. No, I want to love it. I smell it cold and I'm like, this is really sensual. And then I melt it and it's just a hard no. It almost makes me nauseous. That's a no. But Scentsy does one that's My Wish, and that's Fig and Marshmallow. They also do French Kiss, which I don't like. Dale likes that one, and that one is blended well enough, but I don't like it. Dewy Greens. Now, I have had some vendor mixes with Dewy Greens. Even there's a Scentsy one, I think in one of the new releases. It depends on how it's blended if I'm okay with Dewy Greens. But when I say dewy greens, I mean things that smell like wet, soggy stems in a vase. I don't like that. And I will give you examples of what I consider dewy greens. So these are hard no bars for me. Scentsy's In the Jungle. Makes me nauseous. The other one, Wally, I can't do it, makes me nauseous. Sun-Soaked Petals, can't do it, makes me nauseous. Just that like wet, soggy stem, I can't do it. And believe it or not, I don't know why, but Scentsy Cinnamon Pine Cones that everybody goes crazy for, I don't get craft store cinnamon broom. I get, when that's warming, I get some kind of wet, soggy stem note in with that, and I can't do it. I don't know what it is in there, but I can't do it. Sharp Trees. And I have yet to figure out what scent oil that is, that specific tree that I don't like. Examples, Scentsy's Pretty and Plaid, hard no. Scentsy's Very Snowy Spruce, And that's the same note that's in a lot of the Teddy Bees. Now, I love Pacific Northwest Winter. That's a sweet, sugary tree to me, kind of like Scentsy's Disney's Season of Magic. That tree I like. I like birch. I'm trying to think, like, certain trees I really like from Scentsy, I loved Just For You, but that's like tree and blackberry. Knowles Farm Scents does one too that I really like. And it's kind of like fir and blackberry. I can't remember the exact tree that he uses, but I love that one. But like Christmas Trees and Cream from Teddy bees, nope, hard no. I still try them, just because I need to determine if it's the one I like or the one I don't. I don't like Anthony's Cabin. It's too sharp. It's that specific tree, and I know that Tiffany uses that specific tree a lot. So I've learned to only go souffles with her stuff. If it's blended, okay, I might be okay. Like her Christmas cookies, I noticed that sharp tree in there, but it's got a whole lot of cookie in there too. So I do think I might be okay with that one. Now, Sassy Girl Roma, she does a lot of trees that I like. So I don't exactly know. I can't pinpoint exactly what is too sharp of a tree for me, but it'll give me a headache. And it makes me grumpy. Like whatever tree is just like, whoa, I can't do it. I don't love fruity. Second and Spruce is like the only vendor that has made me appreciate fruit. Most fruit, especially Scentsy, most is waxy, boring. There's a lot of reason why I'm not on the strawberry pound cake train, because I just think it's kind of like a strawberry body cream and it's waxy and blah. Although Noel's Farm Scents Calm Down Jamal, I think he put Sugar Cookie Royale with that, and Holy Macaroni, that made me like strawberry pound cake. So I try a lot of things because you just never know. Now, specifically cherry is one that I don't care for. That cough syrup, or Scentsy had one, wild black cherry. Oh my gosh, that's way too strong, and I thought I was gonna die. Like burn your nose hair strong. Like everybody loves red, white, and berry pie. I don't care for it. Now, I do love maraschino sugar cookie. I think because I get a lot of the bakery with that. And the one that Scentsy just came out with a new release, well, it's coming out September 1st. It's a new release. It's a cherry cedar, cherry cinnamon, I think it's cherry cedar. That's like you're eating a dark, rich Bing cherry, and I love that. I love authentic cherry, or like a baking cherry, but the candy cherry, not so much. I'm really picky with melon. I love the melon note that's in Arctic Kiss by Scentsy, but like Teddy Bees, Snow Cones by the Sea. I love the Salty Sea Air, but I have to wait for, I prefer candied watermelon. The authentic watery melon is kind of a no for me. And that has it has cherry and that authentic watery melon. I have got to wait for that authentic watery melon to melt off, because the combo of the Salty Sea Air and that watery melon gives me dewy green vibes, and it makes me a little nauseous. Once that watermelon is gone and it's mostly the sea salt, Salty Sea Air, then I love it. Make a Splash by Scentsy. I can't do it. The melon in that turns my stomach. It's just, I love cantaloupe. I love honeydew. I just have to watch sometimes how it's combined. But I definitely am not a fan of the watery, authentic melon. I'm more of a candied watermelon girl. Weird. I used to love green apple, like Jack's Obsession. Now, my nose has evolved to a point that I don't like it. It's off-putting to me. So if I see things with green apple, I tend to avoid them a little bit. Yeah, what is in Jumpin' Jelly Bean from Scentsy? I think it's a pear. I think it's like a juicy pear. It's kind of like a Jelly Belly pear. which is still one of my favorite jelly beans from Jelly Belly. But that in wax is a no for me. It's too sharp, too, like, it kind of gives me a headache and it's too much. Cucumber is another one. It's those watery notes that I'm not always a fan of. Like, Scentsie's come out with a few of them that have cucumber, and if it's that watery, authentic cucumber, I don't like it, you guys. I used to love honey. I had several bars of Be My Honey. The more I melt honey, I don't like it. And it's so weird to me that my nose is doing that. I've gotten a few blends lately, like a couple from Teddy B's, a couple of the PB&J ones, and they have honey in them, and I can't, like the Bear and the Maiden Fair, I can't. It's got way too much honey in it. I don't love the honey that's in I Heart Vanilla Tobacco. If she'd have done that minus the honey, I think I'd have been all in. Like the honey butter from Lavender and Speckles, I'm starting to not love. I think it's just my nose is evolving to a point that I don't like honey. But I'll still try things. Like, I have Buzzworthy in my club because I still want to try it. I'm just learning that I'm not a fan of honey. Papaya is another one. Not that these specifically have papaya in them, but they smell like papaya to me. Like, of dried fruit, that's my least favorite dried fruit. I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the smell of it. And Camu Camu and Skinny Dippin' from Scentsy, I don't like the papaya note in it. Lemongrass. I used to really like coconut lemongrass, but the lemongrass now has too much of a green note in with the lemon, and I don't like it. It starts to come off like citronella, and I'm just not a fan of lemongrass anymore. So I've grown away from, I no longer like lemongrass scents. But I'll still try them. Like, there was one, I think it was Teddy B's, first of her name, did not have lemongrass in it. Might have been one of the reasons why I initially was scared of it, didn't get it. So if it's blended well, I can like it, but I just know to be careful with that. Goes, you know, don't get a loaf. Go small. I can do it sometimes when it's mixed. Blood orange. And it's gotta be mixed with certain things to make me enjoy it. But blood orange spice from Scentsy, hard no. Smells like vomit. I cannot. I literally cannot. Like, that's one bar that I will throw in the trash. I don't like that at all. Peach. I'm also very picky with peach. I like authentic peach. I like peach candy. I love, what's the one from Scentsy? It smells like Perry's peach ice cream. I think it's apricot vanilla. To me, it smells like peach. Love that one. But sometimes peach can come off like cat urine to me, and I don't love that. So I have to be careful. But if it's authentic, I like it. Like Confetti Showers from Scentsy. Smells like an authentic fuzzy peach. Like I bit into a peach and I feel like I smell the peach fuzz. Love that. That's in my club. Cedar. I have to be careful with cedar too. Cedar gets really sharp. When I first started with Scentsy, I loved cedar cider because I love cider scents. But then the more I melted it, the more it got too sharp for me, and I can't do cedar. It's got to be blended just right. I do love the cedar. I think it's in Ghostly Greetings. I actually really like it in that one. So it just depends. I used to not like masculine, and I'm still not always a fan of Scentsy's masculine. Sometimes it's just too potent and strong. But I've tried some vendor masculine, and especially Teddy B's, and it's gorgeous, and I love it. So that one I just have to try it and see if I like it. I wrote my daughter's name. My daughter's name is Cassie, and I can't remember if it's I think it's Cassia that I don't like. I think Cassis is the one that I do like. I think Cassia is the one that I don't. It's like a very sweet cinnamon, almost like cinnamon bark, but not woodsy sweet. I can't. It's in cinnamon vanilla from Scentsy, and I hate that bar. I hate it. I actually have the essential oil, and I cannot do it because cinnamon is supposed to be in my brain. Like a baking cinnamon or red hot cinnamon, not this weird sweet cinnamon. It's off-putting to me. Sea minerals. If it's done well, I love it. Like if it reminds me of the ocean, I can love it. But Scentsy had a bar in the vitamin collection. It was called Vitamin Soothe. That comes off like red tide to me. The sea minerals are like, if you've ever had seaweed chips, they taste like red tide smells. And I can't, you guys, I can't. It's way too fishy, and I don't like fishy sea minerals. But if they're light in a blend and you've all the other pretty fresh things, I can do it. Heliotrope is another one. I absolutely despise it in Fluffy Fleece from Scentsy. Nauseous. Hardcore makes me nauseous. But I've had it in some perfume ones, and I actually don't mind it. I think Teddy Bees has one with heliotrope that I like. So I just have to watch. For the most part, if I see heliotrope, I'm probably gonna steer a little clear of it, or watch what other scent notes it's blended with. It's almost very powdery, and I don't know. I don't love it. A scent that I will avoid when I see it is tea and cakes. I tried it from Hayden Row. I think it was Harry's sweater, and it had tea and cakes in it. I think I had just a plain tea and cakes. Don't like it. Noel's Farm Scents had one, Mad Tea Party. I can't. I've just learned that I don't like the tea and cakes blend of oil. It's just off-putting to me. I can't do the peanut butter and jelly ones, you guys. I literally dislike it a lot. Like, from Teddy Bees and Salt Mountain Melts. They're like identical, and I can't. I get Play-Doh, and it's just, I can't. And the honey, I think, Second and Spruce was okay because I got a lot of the raspberry. And Lavender and Speckles was okay. It wasn't as bad, but I've just learned I'm not a peanut butter and jelly fan. I tend to also stay away from Tuberose because it's in Quiver from Scentsy, and I don't like that bar. I can tolerate it. I prefer to mix that bar. Dale loves it, but I think it's the Tuberose in Quiver that I'm just like, no. And it's interesting to me. I think Steph Melt said it comes off like bubble gum. I have yet to find it smell like bubble gum for me, so I'm anxious to find one that does smell like bubble gum, because I might actually really like it. But I think there's some Teddy Bees ones that have Tuberose, and I'm just kind of like, I get like an elderly perfume from it. Like a nursing home vibe. If you love it, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just too much for me. It's kind of like Fig. It's way too sophisticated, elderly, deep. I just, no. Tomato Vine. Scentsy had one, Mint Fields, and that comes off like a love spearmint. I even don't mind when you pick mint plants in your garden and your hands kind of smell like mint, like herbal. But if you pluck tomatoes off a tomato vine, I don't like things that smell like tomato vine. Like, that goes along with that dewy green thing that I just don't like. So I don't like Mint Fields. But yet I love Mojito Mambo. love it. But I think because it has that spearmint oil in it, and I love spearmint. I have to be picky with camphor. I like camphor, but sometimes if it's like really overwhelming, I can't do camphor. It becomes off-putting to me. I love mint. I love nose clearing mint, like peppermint and spearmint and wintergreen. But it's that camphor that sometimes it goes overboard and I'm not a fan. Pomegranate. I don't love pomegranate. It's boring and I can't. I just think it's super boring. Poppy is another one. Like, since he has one Poppy Fields, I'm not a fan. I get that elderly nursing home perfume. I'm sorry. It's just way too mature for me, and I'm not sure I love that. I also don't gravitate towards slushy scents. Anya does one that's really good though. I have to say I really enjoyed it. But I think a lot of it's, I like the blue raspberry. I'm not sure I love the cherry in it. It's like that kind of syrupy, cough syrupy cherry, and I think that's why I don't always gravitate towards the slushy kind. But she does one, Heat Wave Cool Down. I actually really like her mix on that one. And vanilla. Vanilla is tricky because I am either head over heels, magnificently in love with it if it smells like, you know, vanilla buttercream, or it smells like a sensual body care vanilla or perfumey vanilla, or warm vanilla sugar is one of my all-time favorite scents. But there are certain times I either can't smell vanilla at all. I'm like, where is it? Like Birthday Wishes from Scentsy, I have to use two clams just to smell it, kinda. And then sometimes I get Play-Doh. Like Simply Vanilla can give me that Play-Doh smell. Sugar Cookie from Scentsy can give me that Play-Doh smell, and I hate Play-Doh. And again, those peanut butter and jelly ones, I get Play-Doh. I'm like, yuck. So I don't know. I tend to try to, when I'm looking for blends, I love laundry, I love fresh, I love like perfume, floral, rich, spicy. So like I'll pick a lot of blends that are like spicy bakeries, like gingerbread. Freaking love gingerbread. But patchouli, love patchouli. But if it's a basic bakery, I tend to skip it and think, well, when I'm bored, I'll come back to it. It's not that I don't like bakery. I just find kind of like strawberry pound cake. It's kind of, and fruit, it's just kind of boring to me. So I don't always gravitate towards those. I also have found some that I don't like Scentsy's Lavender Vanilla. I'm trying to decide if I should turn that off or not. I think it's gonna shut off. I have to smell it again, but the Rain one that I just got from Teddy Bees, I can't remember the name of it. It's Rain. It's something Rain. Rainy Day. It comes off like bathroom cleaner to me, and I don't like it. It's very off-putting. So I have to be careful with some of those. Hold on one sec. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Okay, so I also don't like, Chris, I know you were like, she likes everything. I'll try everything, but there are certain things that I'm just like, no. Like circus concession types, I know Joe mentioned it too. I don't care for circus concession types. Oh, Joe, right? Wasn't it? Or was it Courtney? Somebody mentioned it. I'm sorry. Someone mentioned it, and I don't like those either because I feel like the The caramel apple doesn't go with the other things. Maybe it's Aubrey. Is it Aubrey? Audrey? Aubrey. I don't know. You guys. Anyways, I don't love melon with salty sea air. I don't love greens and watery. There's some I'll mention here. I don't like greens and melon. I just have to be real careful. I'm learning I don't like grass. That's almost wet stem, dewy green. Don't like it. I'm trying to think. Scentsie's Thunderstorm gives me a headache, and I think it's like the white florals are way too overpowering. So I'm not a fan of that anymore. So I've got some bars written down, like Pink Cotton from Scentsy. It's too sharp. It's way too sharp. I can't do it. Sleigh Ride is Too Sharp Tree from Scentsy. Inhale, Exhale truly makes me nauseous. And I know it's the melon in that one. I'm pretty sure that has melon in it, and I can't. It hardcore makes me nauseous. I've tried mixing it, and I have yet to find one that I'm like, nope, I've got to take this out of the warmer. I can't. Pink Coconut from Scentsy. I don't like it. I get asphalt. The pink clay in that comes off like freshly poured asphalt, and I don't like it. So I'm kind of scared of it in body care. Weathered Leather from Scentsy. Now I kind of like when vendors mix leather. I don't mind that. But Weathered Leather from Scentsy is like a cheap shoe department where it's not even real leather. It's just cheap leather, and it doesn't smell good. Apple S'mores. I don't like when they do funky things with apple. I love apple cinnamon. I love apple and bakery. I love apple and spice. I even like apple and zucchini bread. I most specifically like although I don't like Johnny Appleseed from Scentsy. It's way too strong. It gives me a headache. But I do love Apple Press. Falling Apples. It's like apples and wood. I mean, I like things like that. I didn't love the one that everybody loved. It had like apples and flowers. That wasn't my favorite. But apples and marshmallow and smoke, no, I don't like apple s'mores at all. Maple apple bourbon is another one I don't like. And I don't know if it's because it's the apple with the maple and the alcohol that I'm just not liking. I don't like that combination, so I'm picky about my apple combos, I guess. Sweet plum pastry from Scentsy, I don't like it. I don't like how the plum is mixed with like almost like a burnt note to it. It's like you made a plum cobbler, and the plum, like it's the stuff that drips off the cobbler and like bakes into your oven, and you have to scrape it off like that. I don't like that. I don't like Scentsy strawberry pretty much. I love Summer Moonlight, love their strawberry there, and I love Strawberry Swirl. But there are other strawberries, forget it. Like Strawberry Rose, I get fake artificial strawberry that I can't even hardly smell. It smells like a waxy strawberry and nuts. I don't like it. Yeah, Tree Farm, it's too sharp. Fireside Chats from Scentsy, I can't. It smells like beef jerky. Now, I actually like chillin' and grillin'. Is that something I want my house to smell like all the time? No. But did I enjoy it? I kind of did. But it's not one I would ever club. Roll of the Dice from Scentsy. It smells like body odor when it matures. I don't love it, but if you mix that with icicles and evergreen, that's a tree I love. I like sweet orange and evergreen. Love. See, it's hard. It's hard with the trees because sometimes I really love them and sometimes I'm like, hard no. Marvel 9 Realms from Scentsy. That, I think it's Lavender Lightning. The lavender in that with the aquatic. It's like a very sharp herbal lavender with like this watery aquatic and then this masculine. I don't like that at all. I'm not a huge fan of cereal scents. I do love blueberry. I do kind of like Fruit Loops. But everything else I'm kind of like indifferent to. I'm not a huge fan. An almond croissant. Don't come for me. Almond croissant from Scentsy. I don't like it. It smells like Captain Crunch cereal to me. When it first came out, I was like, oh, this smells like a almond croissant from Starbucks. And for some reason, it evolved. My nose evolved into interpreting that as Captain Crunch cereal. And I'm like, not a fan. I do like Fruity Pebbles. As a cereal. So see, you guys, I'm a conundrum. There are plenty that I don't like. But yeah, I mean, with vendors, I'm probably going to avoid circus concessions. A lot of times I'm going to skip over the slushy, the pomegranate, the camphor, the strawberry pound cake. It just depends. Anything with tuberose, it just depends. I will trust Teddy Bees. Peanut butter and jelly, staying away from it. Tea and cake, staying away from it. Cassia, staying away from it. I don't like it. Peach, I'll try. Lemongrass, depends. Blood orange, depends. Honey, I now know to stay away from it. I don't like it. I probably won't get green apple ones. Depends on how it's mixed. Probably not. I have to be careful with that. Now, Teddy Bees came out with one. It was like a bubble bath one and it had rose. And that was pretty. I think it's like a Turkish rose. That was pretty and it was soft. Red Wedding. The Red Wedding. That's too artificial rose. I'm hoping that as it evolves, because I usually let them mature like 6 months at least to a year. I have plenty, so it's okay for me to wait that long. I'm hoping that more of the strawberry and stuff comes out in that and it's less artificial rose. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, that's a lot of the ones that I'm gonna avoid. Yeah, so that's my dislikes. There's more than I thought. I will usually trust Teddy Bees. I will usually trust Sassy Girl Aroma. Scentsy, not so much. But yeah, I'm trying to think of, especially Teddy Bees, when I look at a list, the scent notes that I'm going to avoid. A lot of times it's tuberose or rose. It just depends. Cherry, strawberry pound cake. I kind of find it boring. Except Noel's Farm Scents. I don't know, the trees I'm probably going to be careful with. Heliotrope. I don't know. For the most part, I'll try most of her stuff. Fig is another one that I'm like, or like dark plum. I do find I like how she does the dark plum because they come out very perfumey and I really love the perfumey ones. I used to avoid zucchini bread, but I'm fine, or pecan waffles. But I got Witches Be Crazy and I actually really loved it. So I'm learning to explore that more. I tend to skip the pumpkin cinnamon sugar donut-y things because I'm like, yeah. If I'm going to spend my money, I want it on something gourmand or rich or perfumey or smoky. I really love like Palo, Marshmallow Fireside, like those kind of things I'm always gonna look to buy. So yeah, you guys, thank you, Shijo, for doing this. I was tagged by Chris from Dazzling Scents with Chris. Y'all just participate. I don't even think you need a tag to do it. I haven't watched all the videos, so I don't know who has or hasn't been tagged, but if you see this and you want to participate, please do, because it is fun to see the scent notes that people skip. I know I go for a lot of the ones that people don't love. Like I love patchouli, I love incense, gingerbread, like the spice, like red hot cinnamon, and I know a lot of people don't love those scent notes. The laundry, the fresh, most of the time that's what I'm going for. I actually really like herbal lavender, so I'll even go for the herbal versus the sweet lavender. I love them mixed. And I'll even kind of attempt some of the rose if it's done well. I'm just trying to think. So, I don't know. I don't always pick up the bakery ones like everybody else does. But I need to explore that more. I love the beach nights. Yeah, everybody loves peanut butter and jelly except me. Everybody's liking the honey, not me. Sometimes I'll avoid the tobacco, but I'm learning I kind of like it. I don't know, you guys. So hopefully that's helpful and fun just to see what I like, don't like when it comes to scents, the things that I avoid. I tend to skip. Melon is one of them that I'm like, it depends. I love things that smell like suntan lotion. I am on the hunt to find, and I know Scents and Songs, Amy, she mentioned Destination Wax had one that was like banana boat sunscreen. I'm on the hunt for banana boat sunscreen, not banana and coconut, not sunscreen with banana. But banana boat sunscreen. It's got to have the banana. I love banana, by the way. It's got to have the banana, like the creamy banana, and it's got to have the zinc oxide kind of a smell. Copper tone isn't it. Hawaiian Tropic isn't it. Bum Bum Cream isn't it. It's specifically banana boat sunscreen. So I'm on the hunt for that. So if you see it, tag me, let me know. Or maybe there's vendors watching. I'm dying to have a banana boat, like an authentic banana boat. But the thing that I love with Scentsy is I can club them and have them as long as I want them. With vendors, sometimes it's hard to get things to come back. And I hate hoarding. Like, where am I going to put it? I hate the clutter of hoarding all of this stuff. So, it's just a conundrum, I guess. But, yeah, you guys, thanks for watching. And, yeah, I hope to see you participate. I'll be looking for your videos, too. And we will see you guys soon. Bye.